Starboard shields, 25%. Flare. Warning, aft shields, 25%. Target destroyed.
Nice shooting.
Target destroyed. Collision.
Hey guys, LevelCap here. Today I've got a first look at the Arena Commander module for Star Citizen. Now Star Citizen is a massive project. Calling it a free roam space combat game just wouldn't be doing it justice. This game is going to have a first person shooter element to it. It's going to have a single player element that's built into a multiplayer element. At its heart, it's a simulator, and you can tell by the little thrusters on my Hornet spaceship there. They're all moving around individually, reflecting the exact kind of thrust and movement that my spaceship is making. If one of them gets shot off, I'm gonna lose maneuverability. I might even go into a spin. And just look at the details on this spaceship. This is one of the smaller ships in the game, and there's just so much detail involved with how it works, how it flies around. Now in this clip here, I've just taken too much damage and my ship has gone into an uncontrollable spin. I can't recover for it, so I have to force eject. You exist as the pilot. You don't exist as the ship in this game. So if your shields go down and a bullet comes through the windshield and hits your pilot, well then you're dead. They don't have to destroy your ship. So at its heart, again, this is a simulator. You are the pilot. The ship exists around you. And with that in mind, ship boarding will be an option in this game. You will actually have sidearms and weapons. You will even be able to go planet side and conduct infantry-based missions on the planet's surface. Now the Arena Commander module, before I get any more into it, is alpha at its best. This is just a small sampling of what the overall Star Citizen universe is going to offer. You get to choose from just a few basic ships. The enemies that you go up against are relatively simple. You don't really have a lot of weapon customization or anything at this point. It's just there to actually let us jump in, fly a ship around, and really just get a taste for the potential that this game has to offer. And there goes those cool red rings that indicate a missile lock system. The guy who actually designed a lot of the UI is the guy who designed the UI for the Iron Man movies. Kind of impressive. There's tons of information on the Roberts Space Industries website. They've done a great job of not only communicating with the community, but just informing us on the development process and what they're working on. They have a lot of really good YouTube videos and blog posts. And something that I can't wait to try with this game is the Oculus Rift. The VR headset has been designed with integration from the ground up for Star Citizen. So aside from the 3D element that it's going to provide, it's also going to allow you to look around your cockpit with real head tracking. There's going to be a lot more dials and displays within the cockpit, but it'll also let you follow things as you fly past them, stay on target with much better precision. It really does look like this game was designed for some sort of VR setup. As you can see, the graphics are just astounding. It's made on the Crytek engine, and I think this game is really pushing the Crytek engine further than it's ever been pushed before. The physics, the lighting, the motion blur, it just seems like the Crytek engine really was built for a space sim. The immersion of the environment is just on a new level. I've played quite a few space sims, and frankly the graphics just do not compare to this here. The asteroids, the planets that you fly around, everything feels like realistic to scale. The way that you can fly through an asteroid field and the lights on your spaceship will light it up. Your stray bullets will destroy certain asteroids and they'll go flying off in random directions. There's just, it seems like, no limit to the realism that was integrated to this engine. Your pilots actually have realistic G-forces exerted on them while they're in the cockpit, so if somebody's looking through the cockpit of your ship as you're flying next to them, they will see your pilot reacting to some of the hard turns that you pull. Now, as far as controlling the spaceship goes, there's a neat little key binding list that shows you everything to do. It will take you about 10 to 20 minutes to actually get through it all and try and figure out how to switch between countermeasures like flares and chaff, and use both your guns and aim and pilot properly. This is all gameplay on the keyboard and mouse, and it was a little tricky to get the hang of. There's definitely some key binding things that I want to change up, but this is just such an early state of the game that they don't even let you change the key bindings. Maybe you can do it in a config file, but I wasn't able to do it in the in-game menu, so I'm just sort of working with what they give me. But I was still able to, once I got the hang of it, just have a lot of fun. Now the actual guns, as you can see, the little green diamond and the blue circle, that is my mouse cursor. Now that's not only controlling the direction of where my ship goes, but it's also controlling the turrets, which are slightly independent from the direction that my ship is facing. So I can actually aim my turrets off center and hit targets that are not directly in front of me. This adds a whole new element to aiming and flying in space. You don't have to fly dead on with another spaceship, avoiding collision type situations and things like that. You also get a very cool mode in the ship called Newtonian Mode. Now basically when you're flying the ship around in normal mode, it flies much like an airplane, so if you turn, your thrusters are going to update and keep you moving forward, whereas in space, if you turn your spaceship, it's not necessarily going to go in the direction that you turn it until you turn on those thrusters and basically move your ship forward. Now when you turn off the normal mode and turn it into Newtonian mode, basically your spaceship keeps moving in a direction until you balance out that direction by firing your thrusters properly. This allows you to do some pretty cool stunts, like if somebody's on your tail, you can literally just flip the spaceship around and start shooting directly at them, flying backwards, and you can even strafe left and right and try and dodge some of their incoming shots. So there's going to be a lot of really cool maneuvers that you can pull off, and I can't wait to try and figure out some of the high level stuff. Now some of you guys might be a little surprised seeing a space simulator on this channel. I do primarily Battlefield and other shooters, and a space sim doesn't necessarily qualify as a first-person shooter, although it is going to have a pretty big first-person shooter element to it. I just think this game is so freaking cool that I would share it with you guys, and if you guys like it and you want to see more of it, then I will definitely be posting more of this stuff on my channel. I'm going to be playing the heck out of this game whether it's on YouTube or not when it comes out, so if you guys want to see more of it, I would love to know. Please let me know in the comments. Now the ship I'm flying is called the Hornet. There are several other ships that you can fly around with, and I will be testing them out quite extensively. The game itself is going to come with tons and tons of ships that are all highly detailed, some of which are about 100 times larger than the current ship I'm flying. So obviously dogfighting tactics are not going to be for everyone. Maybe you want to fly a transport ship. Maybe you would like to be the captain of a carrier that has many fighters on it. So there's a lot of different directions you can go in Star Citizen. Some of them are going to take a long time to get there, but that's certainly the sign of a good video game. They're going to make you work really hard for the things that you want most. Now there are constant updates being shown about this game, both on the Robert Space Industry YouTube channel and their forums and other platforms. They're going to be showing off more of the game at E3, hopefully some other elements than just the Arena Commander side of things. I would love to see more of the single player side, just because it's a big naval operation and there's a huge carrier and larger ships and big space battles. This is just the fighter side of things. Imagine seeing a huge Star Wars size space battle that you're in the middle of. That's what I'm really looking forward to, and I think that's what Star Citizen is ultimately going to deliver. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time. This is LevelCap signing off.